Hello friends, in last session we will discuss about vector representation of alternating quantity. In today's session we will discuss about the behavior of circuit element and voltage and current relationship for a resistive circuit, inductive circuit and capacitive circuit. First of all, we will start with the resistive circuit. Containing only resistance. So as shown in figure, we are assume one circuit and the voltage applied to the circuit V, which is equal to V0 sin omega t, connected to a resistance R. So this is the circuit. Applied voltage V, which is equal to V0 sin omega t, and only resistive element is connected to the circuit and current passing through the circuit is equal to I. We have to derive the relationship for voltage and current for a purely resistive circuit. How voltage and current are related to each other if the circuit containing only resistance. So at any instant of time, I is the current in the circuit. Now according to Kirchhoff's loop rule, V is equal to V0 sin omega t, and which is equal to R into I, where I is the current passing through the circuit. Or you can rewrite the equation like this: I is equal to V0 by R sin omega t. Now V0 by R is nothing but the current, which is equal to I0. So I is equal to I0 sin omega t. So equation of voltage is V is equal to V0 sin omega t, and equation of current is I0 sin omega t. So from instantaneous value of alternating voltage and current, we can conclude that in purely resistive circuit, the current is always in phase with applied voltage, because there is no phase difference between voltage and current. So this is the graphical representation as shown in figure. One is the voltage, another is the current. Both are starting from the zero values, get maximum value at the same time, again back to zero at the same time. Means phase difference between these two quantity is always zero throughout the cycle. This is for a resistive circuit only. If you have changed the circuit element, according to that the phase relationship between voltage and current will change. This is the vector representation. As we are discussing last session, any alternating quantity is represented by a vector. So this will indicate the magnitude and this will indicate the direction. As shown in a figure, both the vector having a different magnitude. So here it is, magnitude is different, but direction of both is always same. So here direction for both the vector is same. So this is the graphical representation for voltage and current. This is the phasor diagram of voltage and current in a purely resistive circuit. According to the equation, I is equal to Im sin omega t and V is equal to Vm sin omega t, it will indicate that the phase difference between these two is 0. Means angle from the reference axis to the voltage and current is always 0, which is shown in figure. This blue vector will indicate Et, which is our voltage vector, and IR, which is our current vector. IR will indicate the current passing through the resistive circuit. R will indicate the resistive circuit. So ET and IR both are at the reference angle, reference axis. So angle is equal to 0. So this is the phasor diagram. Now one example for a resistive circuit. Consider a purely resistive circuit. If R is equal to 5 ohm and current passing through the circuit is 12 sin omega t minus 18 ampere. Determine the VR. VR is the voltage across resistance, and draw the waveform for the same. So equation of voltage VR, which is equal to IR into R. Value of IR is given, value of resistance is given. So it is 12 sin omega t minus 18 into 5. So your answer is equal to 60 sin omega t minus 18 volt. Now as we had discussed earlier that voltage and current both are in phase. this is the equation of current, 12 sin omega t minus 18. This is the equation of voltage, which is 60 sin omega t minus 18. If you are see the equation, then angle of voltage and current both are same. It is minus 18, it is minus 18. Magnitude are changed, but direction, or you can say the phase angle, is always same, either 0 or any angle, but for voltage and current this angle is remains same. So this is the vector representation of resultant voltage. This will indicate the value of current, 12 ampere. Magnitude of current is 12 ampere. Here it is amplitude, so it is 12 ampere, and then it will changes with respect to time. The red quantity will indicate the voltage quantity. As we are found the value of voltage it is 60 volt, so here it is 60 volt, which is the maximum value attended by a voltage vector. But both are having a phase difference is 0, and it is start from the 18 degree. So here it is 18 degree. Both quantity, voltage and current, both will start from this point, and it is 18 degree. So start from the 18 degree, then goes to the maximum, again back to 0, and again goes in a negative direction. This is the representation of voltage and current in a resistive circuit. Now we are discuss about power. Now equation of voltage, which is equal to Em sin omega t, and equation of current in a purely resistive circuit, it is Im sin omega t. So P is equal to E into I. This is for a resistive circuit. So E into I. So your equation is like this: Em Im sin omega t into sin omega t. It means sin square omega t. Now sin square omega t is equal to 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2. So it is rewrite like this. It is Em Im by 2 into 1 minus cos 2 omega t. So your equation of power is like this. It is Em Im by 2 minus Em Im by 2 cos 2 omega t. The instantaneous power thus consists of two parts. This is our instantaneous power, because the value of power is changes with respect to time, because this will indicate omega t. Omega t means it will change when your time t will change. So it will consist of two part, first part and the second part. This first part will not containing any omega t part, means it is constant throughout the time period. It will not change with respect to time, but the second part will change with respect to time. So first is this constant part, which is Em Im by 2, and second is the fluctuating part, which is equal to Em Im cos 2 omega t by 2. Now power in a resistive circuit, if you are see the equation of power, the frequency of the fluctuating power is twice, which is 2 omega t, that of the applied voltage, because the frequency of applied voltage is Em sin omega t, and here it is 2 omega t. So frequency for a fluctuating power is double than the applied voltage. Now if you are assuming that the fluctuating part, this is our fluctuating part, and we are denoting this by x, so x is equal to minus Em Im cos 2 omega t by 2. As this fluctuating part is changes with respect to time, so we are change the value of omega t, and what are the value of x for a different value of omega t, that we have to find. So initially kept omega t is equal to 0. So for omega t is equal to 0, your x is equal to minus Em Im by 2, because cos 2 omega t is equal to 1 for omega t is equal to 0. Now for omega t is equal to 45, your cos 2 omega t is equal to 0, so your value of x is equal to 0. Again for omega t is equal to 90, your x is equal to Em Im by 2, and similarly if you are change the value of x, accordingly the value of omega t. Now after finding the value of x, you can find the total value of P, which is combination of constant part plus fluctuating part. For omega t is equal to 0, your power is equal to 0, because at omega t is equal to 0, your x is equal to minus Em Im by 2 and your constant part is Em Im by 2. So your total power is equal to Em Im by 2 minus Em Im by 2. So your answer is equal to 0. So here it is 0. For omega t is equal to 0, your power is equal to 0. Again for omega t is equal to 45, your power is equal to Em Im by 2, and for 90 degree it is Em Im, and again for 180 your power is equal to 0. So the average value of the fluctuating part of the power is 0 over a complete cycle, because it starts from the 0 value and ends at 180, then again goes to the negative and come to the 2 pi. So the average value of the fluctuating part of a power is 0, but we are having some constant value of power also. So the total power of a resistive circuit is never equal to 0. Now consider a purely inductive circuit. This is the purely inductive circuit. One inductor is connected to the circuit and applied voltage V, which is equal to Vm sin omega t. So as we know, voltage across inductor VL is equal to L dIL by dt. Inductor depends upon the rate of change of current with respect to time. As we know, the characteristic of inductor is like this. It will oppose the instantaneous change of current. So VL is equal to L dIL by dt. As we will derive the relationship between voltage and current for a resistive circuit, same way we will derive the relationship for voltage and current in an inductive circuit also. So VL is proportional to the rate of change of current. We are consider IL, which is the current passing through the inductor, which is equal to Im sin omega t, and VL is equal to L dIL by dt. Now IL is the current passing through the inductor, which is equal to Im sin omega t. So you can rewrite the equation like this. It is equal to L d by dt Im sin omega t. Now Im is the constant value, so differentiation of sin omega t is cos omega t into omega. So your equation is like this. It is omega L Im cos omega t. But we know that inductive reactance, unit is ohm, of an inductor is defined by XL, which is equal to omega into L. So omega L Im is equal to XL into Im. Now XL into Im is nothing but the voltage. Now according to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR, where R is the resistance, but when you are consider the inductive circuit, instead of resistance you have to consider the effect of inductive reactance, which is XL. So IXL is nothing but similar to IR in a resistive circuit, so it will give you the value of voltage. Here we are considering Im, means maximum current. So when you are consider the maximum current, the value of voltage is also maximum, so it is equal to Vm. Now cos x is equal to sin x plus 90 degree. Substitute this equation in the above. So we have VL is equal to Vm sin omega t plus 90, where IL is equal to Im sin omega t. IL is the current passing through the inductor and VL is the voltage across the inductor. So if you see the equation for voltage and current, then we get the relationship between these two, that the current is always lagging behind the voltage by 90 degree, or you can say the voltage is leading by 90 degree. So in inductive circuit, there is a phase difference of 90 degrees always present between voltage and current. Condition is that your circuit is purely inductive circuit. If your circuit is combination of R, L and C, then this phase differences changes between 0 to 90 degree. So if it is purely inductive circuit, current lag voltage by 90 degree or voltage lead current by 90 degree. So this is the representation of voltage and current relationship in inductive circuit. In first diagram, this is the voltage and current shown in phase. In second diagram, it will shows that your voltage is start from the zero value and comes at the maximum value. At the same time, your current quantity will start flowing from the zero value and then goes increasing, and then at the same time your voltage vector comes to 0. So from this diagram you can say that the phase difference between voltage and current is 90 degree at any instant, and your current is always lagging behind the voltage by 90 degree. So this is the waveform for purely inductive circuit. This is the vector, similar to vector representation of alternating quantity as shown in figure. This arrow will indicate the direction of voltage vector and this arrow will indicate the direction of current vector. Now the arrow at 90 degree shows the position of voltage vector at 90 degree. It is over here. This is the maximum value of the voltage. Here it is maximum value at 90 degree. Now for this current vector having 0 value at 0 reference, here it is 0 value at 0 reference, and then goes in increasing back to 0, decreasing back to 0. Same way over here it will increasing up to 90 degree, then again decreasing, come to 0, negative direction, come to 0. So this is the comparison of sine wave and circle in an inductive circuit. As shown in a alternating quantity form or a vector form, you can identify the phase difference between these two is 90. Same way for these two it is 90 degree. This is the waveform of voltage and current. This red waveform is a voltage waveform and this green waveform is the current waveform. As we had discussed earlier that current is lagging behind the voltage, means